Hey, Bob Azumi here, and I know that a lot of you can't wait to get out fishing. So when travel restrictions are lifted, Ontario lodge and resort owners are ready to welcome you back. Wow. That is a fish of a lifetime.
Go, boy.
Wow, that thing is a monster.
They fight hard, don't they?
Look at that magnificent fish.
Look at the size of that fish.
There he is again.
The color is incredible. Oh, there we go.
The Real Fishing Show with Bob Azumi.
Big old Great Lakes smallmouth. That is a big rainbow trout, Chris. Nice double header.
Whoa, nice jump.
Yeah. All right. That is a monster smallmouth. Man, that is so cool. Another one. There we go. The biggest pike I've ever caught. Look at that chunk. So that's what we're talking about.
Real Fishing is sponsored by Mercury, Go Boldly, Berkeley, Catch More Fish, and Abu Garcia for life.
On the Real Fishing Show, we make catching fish like this a possibility. Today we're going to take you fishing for a number of species. We're going to start off catching big gills. I'm talking bluegills and pumpkin seeds, fishing deep humps using our electronics. When you find these panfish, I'll tell you, they're usually in numbers and they're easy to catch. And I'll tell you one other thing, they're wonderful eating. Then it's off to Lake Nipissing, about a 3.5 hour north of Toronto, to go visit Mashkinonje Lodge. I'll be fishing with owner-guide Regan Thompson for a few smallmouth bass. Glad you could join me. Okay, just marking some fish here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw this buoy marker out and we'll just turn the motor off and get set up and see if we can't catch them. You know, I'm fishing a hump, and humps are great structure for finding fish. When you use your electronics, you know, you look for these little isolated humps, and most times they're gonna hold some species of fish. So let's see what's down here on this hump today. There we go. Aha! That did not take long at all. That was first drop down, and oh man, that's what I thought we'd see down here. Some monster panfish. Look at the size of that panfish. That is a trophy pumpkin seed right there. I mean, that is just a beauty. Look at the size of that thing. Thing is a monster. It's way bigger than the palm of my hand. And one of the things about these fish is like they are tasty little critters, but I'm telling you, that thing is like, look at that thing. That's probably, I don't know how much it would weigh, but who knows? Let me get the pliers out here. So the rod I pulled out today was for panfish because I thought, you know, previously I've caught panfish on this particular hump, and I thought, you know what? Let's see if they're down there. And I mean, that is about as slabosaurus as they get right there. So let's just get this baby put back in, and we'll see you later, buddy. Okay, just started to mark some right here, so let me lower back down. Got a pretty simple rig on here, drop shot rig. Right down to the bottom. There's fish. There we go. That didn't take long at all. Another, I think, jumbo panfish. And you know, once again, these things are just like, the size of them is pretty incredible. You get these big pumpkin seeds or bluegills, they tend to school up, and there we are. Whoops, sorry, buddy. This is what we call a palm-sized fish here, and this is a big bluegill. This one here. I just put that one back in the water. See, bud. And I've got this little gulp. This is a panfish bait here, and it's Gulp Alive, comes in a little jar, and I've got it threaded onto my drop shot hook. I'm just gonna put a new one on because that one got ripped up. This is a 1.5 inch hog, just a very tiny little finesse bait. And it's pretty much a night crawler color. So what I'm doing is I'm just threading it onto the hook. There, so it's on the hook like that. And then I've got the drop shot about 10 inches below it. Little tungsten weight here. Okay.
Coming up.
That's about as good as it gets right there. Whoa.
Let's take a look down under with this week's Fish Eye View, sponsored by Mercury. Go boldly. You may have noticed there's a growing number of anglers targeting panfish. Once considered a nuisance, species like perch are now highly regarded. And who could argue the immense popularity of crappies? But what of those smaller, less glamorous members of the panfish clan, namely sunfish? While there are 7 species in North America, here in Canada, anglers are mainly concerned with bluegills and pumpkin seeds. Though generally regarded as a real pest by those after bigger things, there's an increasing number of anglers secretly enjoying these pugnacious little fish. While most would consider them a pushover, there are times when they can be quite picky and challenging. That's particularly true when it comes to top-end specimens. Witness this world-class pumpkin seed rejecting our bait until a bit of jealousy kicks in. To find these large specimens, look for heavy cover. And don't be shy about working deep into weed beds. Quality panfish baits like mini tubes, minnows, and so on all take fish. Fact is, they will hit much larger items intended for largemouth. Unfortunately, sunfish have had a bad habit of overpopulating and becoming stunted. To remedy the situation, why not exercise a little selective harvest?
There we go. Whoa, what is this? This can't be a panfish. No, this isn't a panfish. This has got to be a smallmouth bass. What? Okay. I got whiskers. I got myself a catfish. That's awesome. It didn't feel like a panfish. Hooked right in the corner of his mouth. Now that's one of the things, as I said earlier, on these humps, you know, you'll catch smallmouth bass, largemouth bass. You can catch, you know, big panfish, of course, walleyes. But that's what I love about hump hopping or fishing humps is you never know what you're going to catch. But that's a fat little cat right there. See a fat cat. Oh, there's a hit. Okay, what have we got here? Feels panny. That's my guess. If I was a guessing man, I would say Mr. Pan. Oh yeah. And I mean Mr. Pan. That is a big one. Where is my bait at? My bait is right on the side of his mouth. This is where you want definitely your needle nose pliers handy to get that hook out. There we go. Sorry, buddy. It's really hard because these things, they got a lot of muscle. I mean, when you look at the size of this fish, when you can lip a panfish like that, that is a big, big fish. And like, look at that thing. Get back there. There's a little pod of them there right now. Not sure how many are there, but let's see what happens. Get down, lower down. Oh, they're going down on the graph. Oh yeah. And there we go. That's about as good as it gets right there. Whoa. I think that's Mr. Smallmouth bass. Get in here, little guy. Not a big one, but that's why, you know, in that case, I saw those fish just go down, and you know, I don't know if they were all little smallmouth like that or not, a skinny little thing, but it's funny how they all just sort of went down on the graph, and it just threw my little tungsten weight. So we're gonna get another weight out there and drop down. But you can see there's the fish right on bottom. And let's see, there's a hit. Got him. So just cruising around looking for those things. It's so cool. And there it is. Big pump. Big pumpkin seed. And this is a cool thing, is for many years, lure companies, you know, like a lot of the Berkeley crankbaits and all the various hard baits out there, have colored their lures for bass to look like pumpkin seeds or bluegill or perch. And you can see the beautiful colors of this thing and why that would be such a great color. At first you see the lure and you go, no fish are that bright, but then when you look at these babies, how good looking they are, it's perfect. Yeah, let's get back in there, buddy. Pretty neat when you can actually lip the panfish like this. Awesome.
Coming up.
Hammy hit, look at that. Oh yeah, nice. That's a biggie. That's incredible. Mashkinonje Lodge is located in the protected waters on the west arm of Lake Nipissing. It's around a 3.5-hour drive north of Toronto. The owners, Regan and his wife Goldie, run a great operation with a number of accommodation options. They have a number of cabins available, as well as the main lodge with Wi-Fi and satellite. Since I was there a few years back, they've added Paradise Cove cottages. There are 2 beautiful cottages that are 10 minutes from the main lodge on the south shore of West Bay. If you're looking for a getaway that's easy to get to, you may want to have a look at Mashkinonje Lodge and Paradise Cove cottages. Fish.
Nice one.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah?
That's a big one.
Beautiful.
That's a big one
They're
there.
coming in. All right, Bob.
That is a big smallmouth.
Just where you want them.
I'm gonna come back this way. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, that's a good one. You know, I was just cranking this little war pig, and you see there's a sand bottom here, and bam, he hit. Look at that. Oh yeah, nice. That's a biggie. That's incredible. Yeah. The size of the smallmouth up here.
They all seem to be big out here, eh?
Yeah, look at that. I think I got both hooks in, so it's hooked well. Good. Look at that. Oh, you know, one thing about smallmouth is they fight so hard, and these fish up here are giants. Look at the size of that when you got them.
There we go.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That is a good one. That's a trophy smallmouth right there. And you know, I chose a crawdad colored bait here. And check that puppy out. Not too shabby. That is just a beautiful smallmouth. Yeah, let's get this baby back in the water. Very cool. Oh, it's ready to go. See you later, buddy. That is so neat. You know, one of the things is that a lot of your guests are coming up here, they're fishing the bass, they're fishing the muskies, they're fishing the pike. And not as many coming for the walleyes now, right?
Not as much, no. I mean, we still get our walleye guys, but
Yep.
such a great bass fishery here. And, not a lot of bass guys are really hitting it,
Well, here we got a wind that's, pushing 20 mile an hour, and we're in a bit of a protected area, but that's the cool thing about it. There's always protected water here to fish, You can always find areas that are out of the wind because of where Mashkinonje Lodge is you're way up on the west arm.
West arm, so there's always protection no matter where you want to fish. So
Yeah, very
there's
cool.
options, yeah.
Well, let's see what happens. Okay, is he gonna, here he's coming. He's got it. Oh, got him. Whoa, whoa. That was just too cool.
That was awesome.
Now, who would ever think of sight fishing on Lake Nipissing in September? And here we are
Ready?
fishing in the pencil reeds. And that fish, I can't believe that. Did you see him eat it?
Oh man, he nailed it.
Oh man,
That's
that's a big
nice
smallmouth.
That's a big smallmouth, Bob. That's a good one.
I'm cranking it. I'm cranking it.
Where you want him?
Let's see, I'm just gonna put the power poles down. Look at that thing, that's a big one.
That's a nice one. Nice
Okay,
fish.
here we go. Get them up on this side, hopefully. Look at that thing.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh,
There we
yeah.
go. All right. Nice one, Bob.
Oh, my.
What a
Look at
beauty.
the size of that thing. Wow. Look at that, a little black grass pig, and I actually flipped it in front of him and sight fished him on that.
Oh, man.
Wow. It's funny, here on the western end of Lake Nipissing, you've got clear water where we're at now, but if you go out in the main lake, you've got some pretty murky water out there, but that is just an awesome fish. Well, that's well over 5 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? That is an old fish, and one thing I'd recommend is that big fish like that, you really got to put back in. I mean, that's not one you'd ever want to eat. That fish could be 12, 15, maybe 18 years old up here on Nipissing, and smallmouth like that, you want to put them back so they grow more big ones genetically,
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like big people
Absolutely, yeah.
have big kids.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
See if there's any more around
Let's
here.
take a look.
All righty.
Coming up,
Yeah, the rattle bait on. Lipless crankbait.
The little war pig.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Strikes again.
Oh, got him.
Come on, yeah.
All right. What have you got?
It feels like a smallie.
Oh, that's a big
Yeah, it's a nice one.
smallmouth.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Oh, that's a big largemouth. Yeah. Let me get the net. It's funny. It's pencil reeds. You got a rock point. You got a little bit of everything here. And
you ready?
yeah, that's a nice largemouth. Oh yeah.
Beauty, there we go.
Look at there. Yeah. All right. What'd you do? Oh, you switched up?
Yeah, I
to the-
switched up. I threw that finesse bait back on and just pitched it into the pencil reeds.
Look at that. Little tiny
There it
1/8
is.
ounce jig
Yeah.
head and a pro shad. That's a nice largie,
Yeah,
man.
not bad.
Yeah. Awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, hold that baby up.
Thank you.
Watch your rods there. And yeah, good stuff.
There you go.
Very nice.
Beautiful fish.
Largemouth.
Yeah.
Well, we've been looking for largemouth, and the funny thing is up here at Nipissing, you don't know if you're going to catch a pike, a smallmouth, a largemouth, because the water's so fertile, right? And that's one thing about fertile water is fish could be anywhere, so you want to cover the water too, and that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
But beauty.
Got a good shot of him going in.
Yeah, very cool. Nice. I saw that white belly come up, and I
Yeah.
said, "That's not a smallmouth." At first,
he's
I
got
thought it was a smallmouth the way your rod just thumping
Yeah, I loaded
away.
up pretty good.
And and you can see all the pencil reeds behind us, and when you get these big, fertile feeder bays, even though this is September, we're fishing, Regan, You know, you get these feeder bays, it's where the fertility is, right?
For sure.
You got minnows, you got the spawning habitat for the spring of the year, and a lot of those fish like that largemouth probably spawned in the back of one of these coves here, and then just is hanging out on this rock point right in between two pencil reed points here as well, eh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Surprisingly, that guy was in the reeds though, eh? Not back in the pads. Like we were working the pads, you know,
Yeah,
for
we
2
didn't get
days
anything.
now.
But then this one was on the outside. So, you know, that's one thing though, is covering water. Can't stress it enough when you're on lakes like Nipissing. Cover the water. Put the trolling motor down and put the hammer down, eh?
Beauty. Oh, I got one on. Got a fish.
What do you got? Oh, nice.
Nice bass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll just grab the net. We'll put the power poles down. What are you using?
Yeah, the rattle bait on.
Oh.
Lipless crankbait.
The little war pig.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Strikes again.
Ooh, that's a nice smallmouth,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Fight hard,
Yeah.
bud.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things we use a lot of softer rods for smallmouth fishing with crankbaits like this with the treble hooks, because you don't want to pull them out. Oh, let a little bit of line out there. There you go.
This one come in.
That's a biggie. All right.
There you go.
Very cool. Look at that. And it ate the bait. Look at that. That
was
thing
just
inhaled it. Grab those pliers.
Tucked right up in that rock crevice there.
Wow. It definitely aggressive. It's gonna be easy to get the bait out though. Look at this. This is funny. It took it head first. There we go. There you go.
Beautiful. Thank you, Bob.
Nice. So, you know, steady retrieve or stop and go with that bait?
I was kind of giving it a bit of a jerk. You know, I like to reel it fast, kind of slow it up, give it another jerk.
Well, a lot of
And,
times what happens there, it'll instantly get a strike on like a stop-go retrieve,
Yeah.
right?
But that guy nailed shallow right off that flat rock.
Nice.
So 2 cranks in.
Very nice smallmouth, Regan.
Beauty.
All righty. Very cool. We'll catch that one another day.
See you later, buddy.
Well, I'll tell you, we've had a couple of really great days up here fishing, man.
Well, it's great having you, Bob.
Yeah,
Thanks so much
you
for
know,
coming. We had a
and,
lot of fun.
So if people want to come up to Mashkinonje Lodge, I know that yourself and your wife Goldie will look after the folks.
As always.
Yeah, you got lots
course.
of cabins, rental boats, and of course this giant Lake Nipissing that it's endless. There's all kinds of musky fishermen around us today. We're catching bass. Life is good. Hey folks, we'll see you next week right here for some more real fishing.
Real Fishing was sponsored by Mercury, Go Boldly, Berkeley, Catch More Fish, and Abu Garcia for life.
Well, that thing's got some weight to it. Size of that puppy right there. That is just wild.
Man.
Beautiful, beautiful. Look at the size of that thing.